Texas Tech falls into the losers bracket with a 9-4 loss to West Virginia on Thursday night. I'm Robert Giovanetti. He's Mike Gustafson. And guys, kind of like what we saw last weekend in Lubbock, these two teams kind of battle it out, go back and forth. A big inning is the difference.
Yeah, and they made the plays late, and it's kind of cliche to say that, but they made a diving play down in the corner. It really could have changed some things on a Michael Davis. Would have been a double, and then they come up with a big hit later on, bases loaded, triple, drive that run in, get the 4, and really bury the Red Raiders.
You kind of feel like that West Virginia is the story of this tournament. I mean, they've really been kind of lucky. Not lucky. I guess blessed is the word I'm looking for. They lose a pitcher yesterday, bring a guy in, and takes care of it. They lose a pitcher after an inning and third today, and they just roll on as well.
Yeah, one of the narratives that we had going into the series last weekend in Lubbock was the fact that they had 2 starters that they had pushed to the bullpen. Both of those guys have now pitched considerable innings, and it's kind of worked out for them with these injuries. The one today being an elbow, maybe he didn't come back. The one yesterday being a knee, evidently he's okay. He'll pitch on Saturday, and so they do have at least one more really good bullet to fire. Obviously, they went for it today with the three-inning closer appearance, and so they're really set up. They feel like that hot team that has some fortune, and they came in knowing they need to win it to get to the dance.
Meanwhile, for the Red Raiders, it really does make a huge difference to fall in that losers bracket. You got to win 3 times to get to Sunday. Where does it turn into, hey, we're a little more worried about the tournament next week?
Yeah, at a minimum, you certainly want to win tomorrow and play that 4th game on Saturday and that 5th game possibly, because that then starts to mimic and preview what a regional would be like next week and what we saw this ball club do a couple years ago in Coral Gables. And so it'd be good to win that ball game tomorrow and get Lanning to the mound on Saturday and some of those guys. I'm like you get into the 4 games in 3 days and 6 games, and it really starts to feel like it might be taxing to this club. And so at the same time, you and I both know Coach Tadlock's going to say, hey, you take each game one at a time, you do all the things, and so you want to go win a trophy.
Did you feel today this team just never really was in sync today?
Yes is the answer, and I found myself also saying, we're now 5 games post 9-day delay, and it feels like there's still some things that haven't really cranked up. And maybe that's just me looking at a few offensive guys that really haven't gotten going again. And so, yes is the answer to that. And I find myself kind of wanting to go, well, we won 3 of our last 5, and at the same time, 3 of your last 5 is pretty good against this, especially with West Virginia involved and them playing pretty well. And so I'm all for some more baseball because I want to see some of these hitters get going a little bit better.
And as we wrap up, I think you've got a pretty good chance to see more baseball. Stephen Gingrich going tomorrow against Oklahoma, a team you swept this season. You've got to feel pretty good you're going to play on Saturday morning.
Right, and it feels like OU used some of their best bullets today on the mound to get this win, and you feel like you could get on top of them tomorrow and really take care of that. But it's never easy, and there's never any guarantees, and you never know what will happen in this ballpark with that OU club. Kind of a home game for them could possibly be, especially as we push closer to the weekend. And so go take care of business. Love to see Gingrich do well. We know we've got Duggar and Howard and those guys available.
Tech, OU 3:15 Friday here at Bricktown. He's Mike Guston. I'm Robert Giovanetti. We're out of here.